When we think of rights, we think of legal or even moral entitlements simply because of the fact that we are human beings, all right, entitle us to certain rights that we get to exercise on this planet simply from being human. These things can either be respected, okay, or they're going to be violated in some kind of way, all right? So, rights, most of the time, are not something that is challenged. It is something that we all get to exercise, and it's kind of like an unspoken thing. Your right to do this, your right to say that, okay? It's not to be played with. Now, a privilege is a special sort of advantage. It's a special kind of setup here that can be revoked, that can be challenged, that can be taken away, all right, that can be tampered with. And so, as we go into this video, you're going to see that it is a privilege for people to be around you or for people to know you. All right. It is a privilege to be in your energy. It is a privilege to know somebody like you. Now, you may find people, you may know some narcissists, especially, who feel like it is their right to be in your energy. It is their right to know exactly what you're dealing with. It is their right to know, to be able to control your finances, or to make sure that they know what moves you're making, or to even make the moves for you. Some of them may act like it's their right to exercise this, but in all actuality, it is a privilege for that individual to be in your energy. Okay, it is a privilege for that person to even know your business. Keeping in mind that you can revoke access if these people, or anybody for that matter, is stepping on your toes. You are not an object. You are not, no one has you know, like unlimited access to you. You understand? Especially when these people are not nice, not right, you get to revoke access because knowing you and being around you is a privilege. It is not a right. Okay. And it's not going to be challenged either. But some people, of course, you know how it goes. People will challenge the fact that your presence is a privilege. Not everybody gets to dine with you, right? Not everybody gets to go up with you, right? That means it's not a right for people to take your things. It's not a right. You're going to have a lot of people feeling very entitled to your energy, a lot of people feeling very entitled to your resources, very entitled to your money, or very entitled to your wealth, very entitled to knowing your business as well, simply because of the bond that they may have, or the bond they feel like they share with you. Like, hey, I'm your bro. Hey, I'm your mom. Hey, I'm your friend from kindergarten. I have a right to know this about you, or I have a right to be in your energy. I have a right to take your things. What's yours is mine. That's how it goes. All right. But no. And oftentimes these lines between rights and privileges get misconstrued heavily because of, once again, these expectations, unrealistic expectations of people who seem to not understand. All right. So it is definitely a privilege for people to know you and for people to be around you, so much so that if it gets messed up or if it gets compromised, you have the right, okay? You are allowed to make that decision to revoke access and to make this privilege of them knowing you or being around you not attainable anymore. Okay, so it's kind of interesting how, even with me, like there's people who think they're entitled to my information, or people that think they're entitled to know my business, or people acting like because they are that person to me, either by blood or by time elapsed, that they should know what I'm dealing with, where I'm at, where I live, and all these sort of things. It's like really wild, and it's really crazy. But at the same time, I do feel like I gave a lot of these people that leverage as well. I gave a lot of people that leeway that made them think that they could move like that, or made them think that they can act like that. And so I had to learn right versus privilege very, very carefully in regards to how I want to move in my personal life. And I had to understand that not everybody has a right. All right. No one has a right to my life. Nobody has a right. These people who I know and who know me, they have no rights. They do not govern my life, right? We have certain rights. Like I said, we exercise certain rights, certain things we're allowed to stand up for that are not to be, shut down at all. But if one wants to be around me, or if one wants to get to know me, or if a person wants to be in my energy, be around me, that is not a right. It is a privilege, and the privileges can be taken at any time. especially when there is mistreatment involved or disrespect involved. You know what I mean? So these are the big things. And so, yes, it's definitely a privilege for people to know you, to be around you. Don't let nobody around here make it seem like it's their right. You know, it's their right to be around you. It's their right to get something from you. It's their right to talk to you in any kind of way. I'm your mother. I'm your father. You know, like I birthed you. I brought you into this world. You know, I gave you this. I'm your bro. It doesn't really matter much. All right. Because it is a privilege for these people to be in your life, to be an active participant at that in your life. All right. When there's disrespect, mistreatment, all that type of crazy stuff, these people, they can get their privileges taken away real quick. And they'll come to realize real quick that it was never a right. It was always a privilege. Okay, everybody? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stay up as always. Keep doing your thing and, keep doing what you guys do.